Hello and welcome to another episode of the Japa Podcast, where we talk about everything migration, return migration, and settling in. My name is Ivonda and I'm your host for this episode. In today's episode, we'll be talking about return migration. Why come back? What's the reason? Like, a lot of people are dreaming to leave the country. So why would people really migrate and then decide to come back? Joining us for this particular discussion, we have two guests, right? They have, traveled, they've jackpot before, and then they decided to return. We're just going to talk basically generally on the reasons why they decided to come back, if they regret it or not.
With Japa Connect, you don't just post, you actually connect. You can build relationships, create exclusive spaces, organize events, and grow your tribe without worrying about algorithms and accounts shut down. Download the Japa Connect app from your Google Play Store and App Store to get started.
So we have one guest joining us physically at the studio, and we have one guest joining us virtually, and I'm just going to let them introduce themselves. Hello, hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Just tell us about you.
My name is Jane. I was in North Cyprus and I came back to the country 2 years ago, 2021, January.
Wow, I'll ask you more about that. Our virtual guest, hi Chidi. Good morning.
Hi. My name is Chidi Joshua Igwe Omoke. I'm an IT engineer, specifically cybersecurity and product development. To unwind, I like to play basketball and also take tennis. And also I play chess. Yeah, I like chess. I like anything that has to, tax my brain somehow.
You should already be used to the culture by now. So before we come here to discuss on any topic, we usually try a poll on our social media platforms just to get, people's opinion. And for this particular episode, we asked people if they would like to japa and return. A whole 90% say they're not going to come back. And we had 10% say, yeah, they might consider it. So we're just going to now be asking, what is the reason? A lot of people are looking for these opportunities, right? It's not really easy to migrate, and just decide that you want to come back, because obviously there are a lot of things going on in Nigeria and all of that. So I'd ask you, right? You said you were in North Cyprus. So first of all, okay, so why did you decide to leave in the first place?
It was mostly because of education. After the whole jam thing, I failed. Sorry, I failed my job. So instead of waiting, the opportunity came to travel, and I was like, why not? So I just went for
it was for school.
And the mentality that when you go, you make it in life. So that's the main reason I actually had to go.
Went. Okay, just hold on. I'm coming back. Chidi, so where did you travel to? Why did you go?
Let me start with that. Okay, I traveled at the time that I needed something additional, to my career, kind of. So I was working in a tech company known as InterSwitch. So it was a company that everybody would dream to work in, and as of that time, one of the big tech companies and all. So, but I just wanted to add something to my, my career growth and all. So I felt, okay, fine, going for masters abroad wouldn't be a bad idea. So that was why I wrote to go and do my masters abroad.
All right.
So that was the reason I jumped back.
Okay, to do your masters.
Yeah, for added, what they call it, growth.
Yeah, all right, so I get that. So then why did you now decide to come back?
That's a long story. But anyway, the thing is that for anyone that wants to jump back, you will definitely have a plan. But then when I did, it was not really, the Japa syndrome wasn't there. It wasn't so pronounced then. That was around 2012. That was when I jumped. The plan I had was that Nigeria has a lot of opportunities. Being a tech person, I can go, come back, and look at the great. Of course, the essence of going, apart from my studies, to look around what is working over there and why some things are not working here. You understand? So what we watch on TV is everything is perfect over there and all that. Government is moving fine. Private sector is all moving fine and all that, and a lot of things are driven by technology and all. So I was just like, okay, I would get there, document what actually works, then come back to Nigeria and implement it, something like that. Then add a bit of Nigerian listen in it, further in it. So, but by the time I got there, I still had the plan of coming back. So, but when I got there, at a point, something happened. And what happened was that I kind of fell in love with someone. Yeah, it's that serious. So I kind of fell in love with a white person, a white lady, kind of. And as of the time we were to go, it was mandatory that you must come back after your master's, maybe after your graduation or something. So that time. Yeah, so but I never had the intention of staying back because I knew that I could come back to where I was working before as well. So, but when I got there, I fell in love, and somehow I started wishing, okay, let me find a way to get a job over there and just do 1 year, then come back. So now I went off from my plan a bit. I deviated a bit. So I said, let me just do 1 year. Maybe after my master's, I'll stay there for 1 year, then I'll come back. That's maybe just to understand what the working culture is like, the real corporate world. So when I fell in love, she wanted me to stay. And for me, I just didn't want to stay. And I didn't want to break someone's heart. So at the point, I was like, okay, fine. Maybe let me see how it goes. The time and all that. She wanted us to get married and all, but I was scared somehow. So I was scared in a way. Not because she wasn't good for me, but we were really in love actually. But the point was that I was scared. I wasn't sure of the country. What we hear on the news, what we see on television back then is that white people, they don't stay in relationship or they don't stay in marriage. Those are just things that were just hitting my head and all that. And being an Igbo guy, I know that my parents would be like, no. You went to school just to read, so why do you want to go and attach yourself with a white girl and all that? Come back to Nigeria and marry an Igbo girl, So I just said, okay, fine, let me think about it. So I thought about it. I was like, let me just come back to Nigeria first. Then, if it is possible that I have to go back, and if it is God's if it's fate that I have to go back and maybe it happens and all that, then that will be okay. So at the end of the day, I kind of fell out with the system, the way some things were going. I just felt that somehow there was a bit of racism, sort of, that was before I left. So I just felt that there was a bit of racism and all that. So eventually I made up my mind I was coming back. This is UK, so I was coming back. So eventually I came back.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't hold any regrets for it. But okay, I think I should pause for now. Maybe unless I don't take up.
I was waiting for you to say what happened to the lady.
Why now? Anyway, we were in touch for 1 year. So we were in touch for 2 years, but somehow I had some things going on for me here. So, and the plan was that maybe if I come back, I'll go back with my return flight or something like that. I don't know, but I couldn't just go back. Somehow I wasn't happy with the whole UK stuff and all that. There were some things that happened, but I just felt, okay, fine. For now, I can just go and visit UK.
So even love was not
to go and stay, I don't know.
Even love was not enough for you to go back.
Well, as I told you, I was kind of like not sure whether that love was something that that will sustain itself. So that was it, and I was not. I was very scared of anything that has to do with divorce. So I wasn't sure.
All right. Anyways, what about you? Why did you decide to come back?
Mine is also a long story. However, it has nothing to do with love. Okay, first student, I was there on student visa. Once it expires, and I think you have to leave the country then come back if you want to change your visa. But my case was different because I kind of got favor with where I worked, so they gave me a work visa. And when it was time for renewal, they said I had to go back home and come back. And mind you, I stated that I stayed some years. I'm 2 years after undergraduates. So there's this thing called I think they keep adding money, keep having penalty because there's a stipulated period of time you're giving. So I exceeded that, and not like I was illegal, but anyways, So yeah, during 2019 when the whole COVID thing started, I kind of like lost my job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were really affected. The country was really affected because they dwell mainly on tourists.
Yeah.
So tourists were not coming in. You know, like majorly all countries were on lockdown. So that was how everything started. I wasn't working. I was done with school. I was done with masters. So at that point, I felt like, what am I doing here? I mean, I'm doing everything. The job is not even there. So, and my mom was on my neck like, okay, you need to come back and get married. You're the first child.
Okay.
You know how African parents can be. So, like, I think those were like the major reasons. And also, my plan was, okay, let me come back, serve, and if possible, try to travel again.
All right.
So, yeah, that was when I started processing coming back to Nigeria.
Okay. All right. Chidi, what year was it when you came back to Nigeria?
2014, sorry.
So as at that time, what was the situation in Nigeria? Like, what was it like? What was the economic condition, security, all that?
The situation in Nigeria wasn't that bad. Dollar, I think Naira to dollar was exchanging at 150, 170 thereabouts. Naira to dollar. Then I think pound was exchanging for 250. So to an extent, there was prosperity because really, when I came in, there was a white company I worked for before I left. So I did some kind of research on the Nigerian market for them and all that. So eventually they decided to work with me if I were going back to Nigeria. So I got in and all that, and I contacted them, and eventually something started up and all that, you know. So we started doing stuff. So there was a lot of things going on. A lot was going on until 2015 when a new government started. So that was when things kind of changed. As of the time I decided to come back, though I was always in touch with people back home, right? So there was nothing, security was fine. Though, you know, there were just pockets of violence from the Boko Haram thing, you know. But that was just, it wasn't as bad as like you will be traveling and they will kidnap a whole bus, or kidnap, you know, a lot of people and all that, or maim a lot of people. So it wasn't that bad. So we're hearing, because even while you're there in a foreign country, I think most times we're even the first to hear the news. You guys don't hear. Most times we're always the first to hear it. So we keep in touch. We try to, if you check all the diaspora guys, they are just like, even let's say my siblings also that are abroad and all that, they are the ones that will first alert us on some news, you know, before we even hear, now that we're even in Nigeria. So, but there was nothing really, nothing major. But the thing was that for me, I felt I was like a man on a mission. You know, that kind of a thing. A man on a mission, coming back from Jan. So, you know, have a foreign degree. That's what everybody usually say now. Even when you have a foreign degree, people should bow for you. So, but to be sincere, let me tell you the facts. Going out there to study, there's not so much difference. Especially for masters that I have done, though. Yeah. First degree, still almost do the same thing in first degree, but there's not so much difference. The only difference could just be the ambience of the school, the what they call it, the available what they call this now, amenities. Yes, the available amenities, right? The available amenities. They have professors. Of course, federal universities here to have a lot of professors. Do you understand? So, but the thing is that they are willing to help you make the best results. Do you understand? So even if it means using the PhD students to assist you, unlike in our own tertiary institution, you know, I did my first degree in Nigeria. So we on our own do tutorials. So those that know it, we do tutorial for those that don't know it. Or those that already have gone past that, that level, we do tutorial for those other people, and they make small money from it, just small money. You get? Or sometimes, you know, fellowship people will do at a free rate for their members, something like that. So, but over there, you have people that the school will pay, PhD students, that will assist and teach you certain things that you don't understand, like statistics. Let's assume you are taking an elective on statistics. Then we have people that are in PhD students in statistics that will actually take you through stuff on statistics. So that's just, to me, that's the difference. So coming back to Nigeria was for me, I was coming to change things and all that. Fine, it wasn't rosy that first. Let me just say, first 6 months, because I hadn't even started working with those guys. The first 6 months. And even when I went back to my former company, I felt I wanted to change things. So at the end of the day, I didn't even get in there, because I didn't want to be in my former role and all that kind of stuff, because it was more like, getting my hands dirty with a lot of tech stuff and all that. So I just felt, okay, let me look at the aspect of change management, in an organization, because that was something similar to what I went to do, tech and change management in organization and all that. So for me, I think coming back, first of all, it was fine. But the thing that hit me first was my phone was stolen. Yeah, that's Nigeria. But of course, being that I've been in Nigeria for a long time, I didn't see it as much of a setback. Yes, I didn't see it as much of a setback.
One of those things that happened.
Yeah, but I was really devastated because all my contacts from abroad and all that, everything was gone. And I didn't have a backup. That's just the amazing thing. I didn't have a backup. So everything was gone.
You said, when you were trying to move to Nigeria, security was okay, everything was fine, and then you come here and then they've stolen your phone.
Yeah, actually, they stole it out of my own. It was my own carelessness. Actually, it just slipped off from my pocket. So the person took it, and efforts to get the person to return it. The person was trying to be mischievous. He was asking me for my password. He was asking for my password when I should send the password if I'm sure I'm the owner of the phone.
Right. Thank you.
Don't lose your followers, don't lose your community. The truth is, social media isn't really yours. One ban, one hack, and everything you've built could disappear. But with Japa Connect, you can build your own African community outside of social media in a safe space that is fully yours. Download the Japa Connect app from your Google Play Store and App Store to get started.
What it was like for you mentally? Because first of all, you were laid off from your job, and there was COVID and all of that. So the decision to come back to Nigeria, I know that I want to know if it was, you truly wanted it or just because of the circumstances.
Yeah, it was actually because of the circumstances. Left to me, I would have stayed back. I mean, the job was actually a good paying job. I would have stayed back and probably just come back home, work on the new visa and go back. Then my coming back to Nigeria would just be on visitation. But currently, I would not say I'm regretting my decision to come back because now I feel like I've learned a lot. Although mentally, I wasn't ready, I wasn't prepared. There was a lot I needed to adjust to. First of all, the heat it was not funny when I got back. That was the first thing because I left during winter. That was January, so it was still very cold. So coming back, it was like a whole new world. And in fact, that same night...
How long were you away?
I was away for close to 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I left at 2013. Then I got back 2021 January.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that first night I was craving suya. I've not had it in a very long time. So I went out. Same thing they said about security. And 2 guys from nowhere. I don't know. I think people that come back. I don't know.
Why is there always a welcome? Like they're trying to tell you welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah, there's something that makes them know that I think this person just got back.
Yeah.
So Jolly just
maybe there's new. A certain behavior or mannerisms that
probably because you try to be on your phone trying to take pictures.
Oh, so you're outside, you're going to buy something and you're holding your phone. You are stretching your hands.
Not really. I was just really scared because I went with my brother. So I was really scared and just looking like, why is
you're making suya videos for your
I was making
your Instagram family. See, I'm in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And
you get me, something like that. Actually, I just walked up and they're like trying to bring your phone. And I'm like, calm down. What's going on? So my brother was like, it's Nigeria, that's how they act. I was like,
did you give them your phone though?
No, I did not. The good thing was I was with a neighbor, he's a policeman. So he was behind. Though I used bike, I didn't go with the car. Because I was like, it's not just here. And let me experience bike again. I've not even had bike in years. So I got there and the guy just came from the back because I was ahead. So when the whole thing was going, my brother was trying to like, guy, I don't get money to give you, just wait. And the guy was like, I beg, bring anything where you get, or bring your phone. So I stayed behind him and he's my younger brother. I should be the one protecting him. But because I am still trying to get used to everything, I was like, what is going on? Do you know this person? And then it said, that's how it is, don't worry, you get used to it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to get used to this kind of thing. So the guy just came and was like, Benny, you know this, I can be policeman, don't worry, I'll settle you. And that was how. So since then, I went back home, told my mom the experience. And in fact, my mom and dad literally fought because of my issue. My dad didn't let me go out anymore. He was like, don't go out. And my mom was like, come on, she has to go out. You can't lock her inside. So it was like, if anything happens to my daughter, I'm going to blame you.
You just came back.
Exactly. So it was crazy. Like, aside that, there was just a lot. There was a lot I needed to adjust to. I would say I'm better now.
Right. So let me ask you. You know how people get homesick when they're abroad? And some people's reason, I heard that some people's reason why they want to come back is just because, they haven't had the food in a while. There's that loneliness. You haven't seen your family in a while. You're trying to connect back. If you feel like you've lost your roots, do you understand? So, was that did you experience that? Was that one of your, driving force?
Funny enough, not really. I missed my family, sure, but I don't think I was homesick. I didn't miss the food. My flatmate then she was a chef.
Okay.
So she has all these ingredients. She imports them. So I was always eating. In fact, I think she was always making this abacha. She's an Igbo lady.
Okay.
So all the soups that I didn't even try back then in Nigeria. I tried them. So I didn't miss home. I just missed my family. If I had the chance to see my family, then I don't think I wasn't homesick.
Okay. Chidi, what about you?
In as much as yes, I was yearning to see my siblings, my parents and all that. I'm not sure that was the major thing, but I really wanted to still experience that Lagos life, Lagos was still in me, somehow. So I wanted to of course, okay, if it's food, I was eating Nigerian food there basically all the time I was there, so it wasn't really food. I was speaking with my parents over the phone, but just to come back with the whole euphoria of Lagos, and I was just yearning to come in and possibly explode with ideas, whatever I have in my head and all that. But I didn't know that it wasn't going to be exactly like that.
Yeah, the way you imagined.
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask you. You stayed for 8 years. That's a pretty long time to stay away. When the decision to come back, when it hit you, do you sort of feel like, you're finally getting rid of that loneliness? Like finally you're going back to Nigeria, you're going to see, do you have, all of that you're going to see, you're going to see this person, you can't wait to reunite with your friend, I just want to.
Funny enough, I don't think I was lonely. I think the question should be, did you ever feel lonely?
Oh, you were never lonely?
I don't think I was.
So even your first year?
Yeah, my first year. Okay, maybe my first
Did you have
semester.
family? Did you have friends?
My friend, my best friend.
Okay.
We went to the same secondary school.
Okay.
So she was the one that told me about the place. So she was there already. So I didn't feel that lonely. I had her and she had other people and we just connected. And okay, to me it was like back home, I didn't have that freedom. I was still a child. I left at the age of 16. So I didn't have that freedom at home. It was always from school to the house, back to church, and that was just my movement.
So
even
then, when you now traveled,
so when I traveled, I was like, I have that
they've
freedom.
opened the world for you. No wonder. That's why you didn't.
I wasn't lonely. Even now, I feel now I'm lonely because I don't have friends back in Nigeria.
because you stayed there for an extended period of time,
and all my friends are abroad. So
it's going to now lead us to the question of how is it going for you, the transition, the sudden change, because you're almost sudden, because it's not like months before you envisioned that you were going to come back or you knew. Do you understand? So how is this, how is the process? How many years has it been?
It's been 2 years.
Okay, so how has it been so far?
First year was terrible. I would have mental breakdown, like, oh my god, I'm lonely, I miss my friends, there's everyone. And but now I would say I'm used to it. I feel normal. I mean, I work now, I have a job. I still stay with my family, so. But sometimes it hits like, oh god, I still feel lonely. I have friends here, but not like they're friends.
Okay.
When you just tie to people friends.
Yeah, just
literally
because.
like probably workmates or people I met during NYSC.
Okay.
Then I mentioned I came back to serve.
You did.
Yeah. So of course they're friends, but like not like close friends. My main friends are not here.
So I was asking, like, the transition process, like that period when you had to adjust, now you've adjusted, like that period where you had to adjust, like how was it? How challenging?
It was really challenging. It was really challenging. There was a lot I had to adjust to. First of all, I noticed everyone in this country is angry.
Yeah, we're angry.
Like,
nothing to smile about.
Everyone is angry. So it's like, okay, I have to get used to public transport because I can't be taking Uber and go to everywhere. It's expensive.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, you better learn. And then you would get into that and you're trying to, okay, I'm going to this place, I don't know. Next thing is, Ogbeni.
So no, you're entering the downfall and you're saying, sorry, conductor, I'm going to this place.
Come on, I wasn't used to that. Like,
yeah, but you have to pretend. Like, was that what you were there? I just really want to know.
Kind of. Kind of like, okay, I'm going to this place and they'll be like, Ogbeni Kuro, like, and I'm like, why are you guys angry? And you're in there and someone's trying to tell you move and you're trying to move and the next thing is, wait, move. And I'm like, you guys are so angry in this country.
No, it's just, so everything is just hard.
So. It was challenging for me, but with time I was able to, it wasn't really hard for me to pick up.
All right. So, Chidi. Yeah, let's talk on transitioning now. So you had a reason. You wanted to come back, you had learned new skills. You had, your qualifications were now, higher. You really wanted to come and work, right? That period of, coming back and then trying to find a balance, how was it for you?
The first 8 months was just me trying to create a kind of balance, as far, so that I don't kind of regret, the coming back and all that, because I was trying to adjust and all, because before I left, I was already working and I had to give out everything, right? I had to give out everything. So I left everything. Yeah.
How long did you spend out of Nigeria again?
Total, should be, I think it's 1 year, 6 months. Yes, 1 year, 6 months. Before I left, I had to give out everything. So I was staying somewhere on my own, so I had to give out everything and stuff. And I left everything zero. There was nothing here. So I Japa kind of. So I went, but the whole intention was that, okay, fine, when I go, whatever I see, but I intend to come back. So when I come back, I would have gotten a lot of money from going over there because I intended to work. I was like, okay, I'm going to do something on the side. Maybe with my qualification, I'm an IT person, I'll get a job on the side while I'm doing my master's. That was my whole, So by the time I got there, to even get a job was another issue. I kept going here and there and all that, telling them I'm this, I'm that, I'm a qualified this, I'm a network engineer, CCNA, CCMP. I was just blowing my trumpet and all that, but it never came. It never came. Seriously, it never came. So, by the time I now came back, I was ready for anything, right? I was ready for anything. So the next thing was that, okay, let me see whether I can get back to my former company and see if I can, chat a new face for myself and all that. So the thing was that I just didn't want to work in the same role I was. That was just it. Before I left, I had to give everything. So I was staying somewhere on my own, so I had to give out everything and stuff. And I left everything zero. There was nothing here. So I Japa kind of. So I went, but the whole intention was that, okay, fine, when I go, whatever I see, but I intend to come back. So when I come back, I would have gotten a lot of money from going over there because I intended to work. I was like, okay, I'm going to do something on the side. Maybe with my qualification, as an IT person, I'll get a job on the side while I'm doing my master's. That was my whole, So by the time I got there, to even get a job was another issue. I kept going here and there and all that, telling them I'm this, I'm that, I'm a qualified this, I'm a network engineer, CCNA, CCMP. I was just blowing my trumpet and all that, but it never came. It never came. Seriously, it never came. So by the time I now came back, I was ready for anything, right? I was ready for anything. So the next thing was that, okay, let me see whether I can get back to my former company and see if I can, chat a new face for myself and all that. So the thing was that I just didn't want to work in the same role I was. That was just the major thing. So at the end of the day, that was even what eventually made them lose interest at the end of the day, because they're like, what's wrong with your former role? Why don't you stay in your former role? That kind of thing. So I was like, no, I don't want to. So I was demanding stuff like, you know how when you come out from abroad and all that, like as if nobody has gone abroad before. So you just went like, boss everybody, talk to people like as if you're the owner of the company. But that didn't work out. I didn't really come to an understanding with my former, company and all that. So I continued trying to improve myself. So I started up one project management course. So I just started that because it was quite cheap. I think that was the time of, what they call this website. There's this website that gives discounts, a lot of discounts. That was a subsidiary of Conga. So something, I've forgotten the name actually. So I got some mad discount from them. So I did this. But the thing that was that the money I thought I was going to get going abroad and all that from working, I didn't get it. So by the time I came back like almost broke. I came out almost broke. So I had to start afresh from scratch, scratch. I told you I worked with these white guys, but that was towards the time I was to leave UK. So I worked with them. I just did it 6 weeks, just a 6 weeks, work and all that. It was even remote work. So they now contacted me as of like around the eighth month. So that was when things kind of changed. It was just more like from zero.
Miracle.
So I was not earning in pounds. So I was not earning in pounds. I was chilling with the big boys, So I think, from there I started up. That was why I started picking up the pieces and all that. Everything was now, going like the dream is coming and all that. Maybe from there, I'll start trying to do some other things I've always wanted to do. I just feel that there is power in speech. Whatever you say, you understand, whatever you think of, whatever you conceive in your mind, somehow there's a way the universe is kind of designed to make it happen, as long as they are still working in that direction. So that was how that just came. It came like a miracle, but at the point, because of the amount they were going to pay me, I wasn't even sure that I was earning in pounds already. I was already, so I just felt that I just don't want that. So, but it took a lot of conviction from one of my uncles to tell me that, see, you're working with the DG, so you're going to be playing on a big scale and all that kind of stuff. So that was why eventually I took it. I had to go to Abuja. I had to relocate to Abuja. So somehow I think the first 8 months, I would say it was rough.
Okay.
It was rough until I got my first break on the 8th month. Though, of course, I was doing other small things, for my skill. I'll design websites here. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. Those small things. But those were not consistent to sustain my expenses and all that. So,
I mean, from everything that you said, it's obvious that you're coming back to Nigeria has favored you.
Oh yeah, it did. Yes, but there's a new turn to it now. It's different now. I don't know that you're coming to that, but let me just leave it to continue your conversation.
Would you also say that your coming back to Nigeria has favored you?
Yeah, I think it has. I mean, my coming back was, okay, let me get a good job, get married, and...
Are you married now?
No.
Okay.
That one, not yet. No, I'm not. But at least I have the job. And when I was praying for a job, I was like, God, I don't want stress. This country is stressful already. I want a job that, if possible, completely remote job that has good pay. But the job I have now, I go to work probably just once a week, sometimes 3 times. Like the normal is 3 times. But for, I think since January, we've been just doing come once to just check some documents.
Yeah.
So I would say I don't regret coming back. Yeah, it has favored me so far. Though the marriage part is still like, I think Nigerian men are just structured.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, so anyways, Chidi, do you have anything to tell people that are considering return migration?
Well, right now, before I used to be an advocate of
come back.
Why are you abroad and all that kind of stuff? Why doesn't it just come back? There's a whole lot of things to fix here in Nigeria. Things have not changed actually. There are still a whole lot of things to fix here, to be sincere. So I was always telling people, even for some people that wanted to even go and do their masters, I was like, what exactly? Why do you want to go and do? You want to go and do masters, or you want to just Japa? Do you understand? I was always like, asking people, very serious questions and very direct questions. So if you're not able to convince me, I'll kind of tell you that, guy, stay here, build your career, do this, try and diversify, read up and all that, or pick up one other skill that makes sense, stuff like that. But right now, it's not like you can't jump out and go and play on the international scene. Yeah, that's possible. Do you understand? That's possible. But because I was looking at it from the fact that we had a lot of things to fix, and I thought it was going to be quite easy to, get yourself into that fold, or into that, let's say, I don't know that is a cabal or something, but into that fold kind of. So, but right now, for me, indifferent. I'll say, if you have your way to Japa. Whether you're a doctor, forget that this thing they are talking about, what they call it, whether the law or something that they want to, institute a law that would allow them to leave Japa after 5 years. That's rubbish. You understand? I don't buy into that nonsense. But, well, I'm not a doctor. If I were a doctor, maybe I can be saying that, but I'm not a doctor. I'm an IT person. So, but for an IT person, yes, you can also work remotely, you understand, and still earn your dollars and all that. It's not equally so easy to get that gig. You understand? It's not equally so easy. But, and again, it's not for some people that think that the job is just there on the streets to pick up. It's not there or abroad. It's not. The only thing is that at some point in your journey, as long as you have to just be dogmatic. You have to just be, insistent on getting that job. Yeah. You understand? You have to just keep pushing. It's not just on the street like that. And of course, you have to also look at whatever you read. If you're an IT person, then you stand a better chance. If you're a medical doctor, you stand a better chance. If you're maybe a digital marketer or something, all those kind of skills too, you stand a better chance. And of course, handwork, you also stand a better chance. You get. But aside that, other ones are just based on chance. So you just meaning at the end of the day, you may end up doing many a job, and you will never have time to go into whatever you plan on doing. But seriously, if anything that will make you just go and get these dollars, just go and get it, because inflation rate in Nigeria, for me, I think is just just too much. Yeah, just too much. So we have actually on our own accrued a lot of debt. The other day I was looking at 77 trillion debt, and there's nothing you can say is actually there in Nigeria to show for it. There's nothing. Maybe Niger Bridge or whatever. It does if that one has even been appropriated before then. So it's just crazy. So if you look at it, is your children that will be paying for this debt? Mm-hmm. It's not even going to be in my own generation, really. You understand? Because in my own generation right now, they are still collecting more loan. So it's our own children that will now be the ones that will be paying for it. Possibly by the time we now get someone that can come in and make things work.
Okay, thank you very much. So last question. If you had an opportunity to go back to Japa again, would you?
Okay, so I have only Japa'd to one major country. Though, of course, I've gone to, while I went to that country, I went to other countries around the border, like France and Italy. So, but one major country. And if I have opportunity to Japa again, I would say I will Japa, but might not be totally.
I just want to establish that. If you had the opportunity to Japa again, that's also what I wanted to establish. If you had the opportunity to Japa again, you will.
If I have opportunity to Japa again, it's a strong question though, seriously. Because I still like my roots, But when you say Japa, does it mean that I will go forever?
Whatever Japa means to you. You Japa'd before, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, go for a period of time.
Yes. If I have opportunity, let me use the way the way it happened before, that of course I went and came back. So possibly if I have the opportunity to Japa, definitely I will Japa. I'm going to possibly build my career a bit, then I can still come back. Thank you.
So do you have anything to advise people that kind of stuck, if they should come back or not?
Currently I'm an advocate for you don't have to go abroad before you can make it. You can even make it here in Nigeria. Before I was I must be abroad before I can make it.
Yeah.
But now I've seen other things that I think I didn't mention. I studied communication, so like I do communication, corporate comms on the side.
Yeah.
But presently, officially, I work as an administrative officer.
Okay.
So I feel like it doesn't have to be there, because there I was working over there abroad. I was working as a real estate social marketer, social media marketer. So I didn't really see, I don't know, I would say like Nigeria and over there, there's just a slight difference. I think that the government, the way the country is structured is just different. Besides that, getting a job, growing your life and everything is quite the same. It's not like there are jobs waiting for you.
So if it's the same, why can't I just, leave and work abroad?
No, I'm talking about when you're there.
Yeah.
It's not like there are jobs waiting for you. You also have to do the same process of searching for a job. And if you're qualified, you get... It's the same thing here. If you're qualified, you get a good job. If you're not,
so what would you tell people that are watching now that are stuck? As I ask, like what?
Stuck in Nigeria?
No, they are stuck. Like they're trying to make a decision if to come back or if to stay. Like, do you have any advice for them?
If you have the means to travel financially, go. It's better. If I have the opportunity to Japa again, I will. I will take it.
All right.
If you have the means, if you don't have the means, then don't. People sell their properties, and at the end of the day, they're crying over there because you're stuck. They don't have nothing to return to.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry. Let me say something. I think I did mention something about people that are over there already and they want to Japa back to Nigeria, right? I think that was part of your question too as well. Oh yeah. So for those, what I would say to those that are out there and they want to, come back to Nigeria, I would say for now, they should hold on. I'll just tell them directly. For now, they should hold on. They should not come back.
Okay.
Unless you want to come back and maybe possibly you like Nigerian girls, want to come and marry, or want to come and do something else.
I think many things about you is just about the women, but that's fine.
No, that's not true. Come on. No, but I'm just saying, as in like, if you want, if that's your interest, maybe that could be what will bring you back. That's okay.
It was such an interesting conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to our guests. Thank you, because I don't know what this episode would have been without your input. Thank you very much. If you're watching and you're trying to decide, I feel you can prosper and blossom everywhere. Not everybody's destiny is in the abroad, and not everybody's destiny is in Nigeria as well. So think about it properly. Think about which one would favor you better, because obviously the both of them, they're living, in one of their prayers that, God is presently answering their prayers. Anyways, thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you liked it, please share it to your family and friends. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe. Join the conversation across all our social media platforms at Japa Nigeria. You can also check our website at www.japa.com.ng. And with that being said, see you in the next one. Bye.